map picked will be Mirage, and this is with the new veto system as well. 2 games for each team. Out of the remaining 3 maps, it's random, and Mirage comes up as the lucky map to finish one team's tournament, essentially. So, who are we going to see come out from here? One thing to note is that Wolf actually picked up both pistols versus Nip. So Hellraisers have got to be on their toes here. It's clear that Wolf, they know what they're about when they've got the pistols in hand.
Yes, and let's introduce Team Wolf because we really don't know them. This is the Indian team with Mythil, Ace, Ritz, Rix, and Astar, and I'm super excited to be watching a bit of Indian flavor here as well. They are going to be on the terrorist side and moving in already. Markelov missing that shot and actually does get ticked down to 55. So this is a quick push to the A bomb side, and they keep pushing down towards the CT spawn, at least taking the ramp aggressively. And I actually like this move a lot. This is really smart play from the Indians, but Mythil is going to go down, and the bomb is planted. It's a 4-on-5 here. Oh,
and they managed to back off and trade up. 1 kill coming in now. Brings it back to a 4-on-4, but there's Doja with the flank. Picks up 2 quick kills, and that's going to turn things on its head now for Wolf. It's a man advantage situation, and make that a 2-man advantage now as just Hellraisers are dominating. It's all down to Doja, and Doja just, he's like, I can't leave it to the rest of you guys. Hold on. Let me finish this real quick.
They're going to lose the round because of it. That's a massive mistake from Doja. The bomb is going to blow up, and Wolf are going to take the round. So I think you're absolutely right. Doja thought, wait a minute, you guys aren't competent to handle this situation. Let me do it. And that was not the right move.
I'm speechless.
Oh, wow. And Kucher also managed to get a team kill in there, which I'm not sure really. I mean, he killed Angel, which is really unfortunate, but yes, Doja not trusting in his teammate just quite actually was a really big deal that round. Now, Hellraisers have picked up a scout and some body armors as well, which is something we've seen in the past as well. Doja not going to get the first shot, goes for a repeat, and he's just going to keep going. Grenade rains in, and it is going to be the first kill happening in the favor of the Wolf team.
Oh, man, and Wolf just running through them right now. Hellraisers not really coming up with an answer in this second round. I mean, they've got the CZs. They really are peeking quite aggressively, but Wolf are just taking over that B site, getting it with ease in the end, and it's practically given to them. Hellraisers with the aggressive peeks, re-peeks, just giving away frags, really letting Wolf get in here and get a pretty solid second round. If they can hold on to everybody here for Wolf, that would be huge. Adrian is looking to try and get in position to pick off anybody trying to rotate off this site, and he's not going to do it. Nothing going Hellraiser's way. So that's 3 for 3 now for Wolf and pistol round so far in their group stage.
Yes.
And they managed to survive Hellraisers in the second round of this map.
Absolutely stunning. Moving straight into the third round as things cool down a little bit here. We do get a quick chance to thank all of you for tuning in, of course. I mean, the viewer numbers already have been really cool for this tournament, and we have a bit of an internal bet going on. Now, we're not going to say what we bet for just yet, but, you know, you guys can try and take a guess as well. We have high hopes for this tournament. Maybe later we'll reveal what our internal betting pool is like for the viewer account. Markelov peeking quite aggressively in the middle here, and it's going to be some good kills coming in finally from Hellraisers as Kucher also picks up the 1. But this is still a 3-on-2, should be manageable. Markelov getting a lot of space to get some kills here, but he's being wrapped around right from the back. I think it's Ritz coming in with the Galil in hand and will take down Markelov. So that's going to be the end of it. And Wolf, they're looking good. 3-0, they're on the less favored side, and you got to imagine that Hellraisers are going to be slightly shook as well from that 16-1 loss. So moving in to play a complete underdog team, probably the team we expect the least from in this tournament, and then being in a situation where you now are 3-0, I do still think Hellraisers are going to be able to bounce back, but I don't know. This is still a tricky situation to start off with.
Oh, this is really rough. This has got to be shattering for your confidence as well, just Hellraisers. I mean, they should be able to bounce back, but still, let's not forget, their first map couldn't have gone worse for them. So that's not... Anything that goes wrong here is just not going to be helping Hellraisers at all.
It could have been 16-0.
It could have been
slightly worse.
I think at that point it really doesn't matter, does it, Anders? It's like 16-1, 16-0. Like, does it really make the difference in the end? And right now they've picked up 1 round this entire tournament so far, Hellraisers, in 1 map. And now moving into the second map, they have yet to get their second round. We have to see if they're going to be capable of it here. It's the important 4th round bye for the CT side. And Angel and Adrian starting off strong, picking up 2 kills. But then they get caught by Myth.
Yeah, good return coming in there. It's going to be a 4-on-3, and they should be able to get the bomb down. But a quick wraparound is actually in effect as well. I think that's Doja once again wrapping up as Angel is taking some shots with the smoke. Not really connecting here, but they are boxed in. Kucher goes down. That's a great shot coming up from Ace, I believe. So right now, we're back into a 3-on-3. Doja moving up from behind is making a little bit of noise. He's going to be able to take down Rix. And now 2-on-3 here.
He has to be wondering, and this is going to be Mythil with the spray. Mythil and Ace, and Doja just barely hanging in there. It's going to be now a 1v1. Doja has to know where Ace is. This plant is for him, and he's going to get it in the end. But
no kit.
No kit.
Again, they're going to have to make a run for it. This is ridiculous. Now, I mean, that's the pistol round and the fourth round. Both lost to a lack of kit and not enough time to defuse the bomb. Really painful situation here for Hellraisers. They will pick up that AWP as kind of a, you know, I don't know, what do you call it? Like a loser's prize? Consolidation prize?
A consolation
Consolation.
prize,
That's
right?
the word I'm looking for right there.
Because he's gonna hold it close. He's like, this is my AWP now. And he's gonna, you know, hope that it actually does something for him, because right now that's all they've got going for him. Going into the fifth round, Hellraisers, they lose the crucial pistol essentially, and then the fourth round bye, which is so important for them as well. And let's not forget, this is a slightly CT-sided map. We need to be expecting to see big things out of Hellraisers. These are the guys that need to be chaining rounds together and really making Wolf work to get anything on the board. And right now, Wolf are off to a terrific start. 4 rounds on the T side of Mirage. Hell, with how Wolf are playing right now, if they pick up 6 or 7 rounds, I think Hellraisers are going to be hard pressed once the half switches.
And the really weird thing about that last round was that Hellraisers had Doja coming up from behind with the flank, and that's usually that's supposed to be a really powerful position for the CT side. They were boxed in, the Indians. They really couldn't do much of anything, but it worked out for them anyway. So that also, I think, speaks to just their skill at actually killing people, which is good news, of course. Markolov goes down and sort the window here, and they have that grenade still, or that AWP still in play, but it only has 4 HP on Doja right now.
Doja's definitely very low, but Angel getting 2 good kills, and this sets it up for Adrian now, who's waiting around the corner. There's 3 guys now alive on this B site for Hellraisers, and this is their great opportunity here. Adrian picks up 1, and this is all down to Ritz now, 1v3. He's got the AK, but he can't seem to find the shot, and 30 seconds left. Walking onto this site does not leave him a whole lot of time to work with here, especially with how patiently Hellraisers are playing this. Only Doja gonna peek, and he gets the headshot as well.
A really good bounce back, obviously, and much needed one for Hellraisers, making it 4-1. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered here. Gonna be moving into the 6th round as Wolf can still pick up plenty of rifles here. They do have the money for it. They are gonna be pressed after this round. They have spent quite a lot of money in here in the 6th round, so we'll see if they're going to be able to win it or not. Obviously, if they do now, that's going to be even more painful for Hellraisers. But that AWP seems to work well for them.
That would be a calamity for Hellraisers if it actually happens, because their money gets reset. They're back down to just struggling to put buys together. And when they need to be the ones who are taking control of the half as the CT side, that is worst case scenario time. But Hellraisers have now put 2 rounds through the tournament. We have to see if they can now get the 2nd round here in this map, and it's so crucial that they do. But Game God Wolf, they're moving up onto this A site. It's going to be an A play after all. Adrian with a nice peek, manages to pick up 1 kill. He could get a 2nd one, and he will. Kucher managing to support as well, and this is looking fantastic here for Hellraisers. The defense seems to be pretty solid.
Yeah, definitely nice job here. 1-on-3 for Ritz. Really difficult, and Angel will take him down in the edge of the smoke there. Didn't quite cover him. So there it is. 2nd round picked up by Hellraisers, and more along the lines of what we expect from a team of this caliber on the CT side of Mirage, just holding down that A-bomb site. Moving into the 7th round, it will have to be an eco. They did not get the bomb down, and they just don't quite have the money for it, which is really fair enough. I mean, again, they are on the less favored side here, so I don't think they're going to be too panicked at the moment.
No, they shouldn't be too stressed out, really. I mean, 4 rounds, if they can keep the pressure up on Hellraisers and not block each other at the B door, that would be good too. But I mean, if they can keep the pressure up on Hellraisers right now, this is where they've still got the room to basically put Hellraisers in a really tight spot. If they can win this follow-up round here, Wolf, or at least do some significant damage, force Hellraisers to spend that money. So long as they can keep Hellraisers' money under control, Wolf are never too far away from picking up another 2 rounds in this half. And 6 rounds could do it. I mean, they've had all 3 pistol rounds so far in this tournament. For themselves, that is.
Yeah, they have. And obviously, I think we know what the statistic says as well. If you win both pistol rounds in a match, it's like 78% chance that you can actually win the game. Of course, that's pretty changed some since Lerp has made that statistic over at HLTV.org, because since then we've had the CSET 75 come into play, and I bet that's changed a lot of how the game works after the pistol rounds. But still, it's worth noting that those pistol rounds really do carry a lot of weight in the game.
Hell, the Deagle as well. We're seeing more and more teams go for the Deagle. Hell, Angel loves to go for the Deagle, so we'll see if it comes up.
And actually, just speaking of Lerpers here, it's actually we've got just Mythil left. He's going to be walking right in and going down, but just a quick, shout out as well. if you guys haven't yet read the interviews that Lovers has been doing over at HLT, then you're cheating yourselves, guys. If you want some information about these teams, before the tournament, before we see them play, there's still, a lot of groups coming up. Go and read those interviews because they're really well done, and it's worth it. It's worth your time.
Vox Seminor, definitely go and read Vox Seminor.
Especially the Sponge interview. Yep,
Sponge interview is
I
one
enjoy
of the
that
best.
so much, and I instantly developed a bit of a man crush on Sponge as well. So I'm going to find him later and congratulate him for that. That was a really good interview. Now it's moving into the 8th round, as we do have a 4-on-3 scoreline. Markelov with the AWP and Doja with a dirty auto sniper in hand, going to take down Ritz and Mythiel, and Ritz, or sorry, that was Rix. Ritz is going to fall right there to Angel, and we're in a 2-on-5 here. 1-on-5 race. Not a good situation.
No, and Hellraisers definitely seem to be finding that confidence again. We do lose one man, that's Angel, who's trying to hunt down the remaining member here, but Ace, Alive, and Delpan should get caught by Markelov. Markelov not going to land the shot. In fact, he gets shot, and this is going to fall apart here, but still, Hellraisers managing to put 4 rounds on the board. It seems like they finally figured out how to make everything work, and I guess it took a score 20 and an AWP to make it happen in the end.
Yes, and you said, regaining confidence. I think that's the key term here that we're looking for. Confidence is great, but they still need to be on the right side. I don't want to see Hellraisers just, think, oh, this is easy. Now we've got it. Because the one thing they really can't afford to do right now is underestimate Wolf. That's just, that can't happen.
Well, every team here in this tournament, you cannot take anybody lightly, or they will punish you for it. And we've seen that all tournament long. But Doja, Angel already getting frags, and this is just going to be the straight-up YOLO to B site that's going to completely fall apart here. Wolf, not a whole lot of room to work with. Doja finds the last frag, and that's 4 for Doja, actually, so a very clean anti-eco for him. But this is what it's all about at this point. Wolf, if Hellraisers show the same weakness, if they can't actually lock out the rounds, Wolf will punish, it seems.
They do have, especially Ace right now, we can see with 10 kills, actually only outdone by Doja at 16. I think many of Doja's kills have been so far eco-frags, which is still good, but not quite the same. So I think Ace is maybe the guy to watch for here on Wolf, and I believe he also had a really good performance against NIP, as far as I could tell on the forums in our brief break here. Now, moving into the 10th round, they do have rifles again on the terrorist side. Let's see if they can make something happen. They're trying to get a little bit of mid-control here, as Angel is going to challenge him with the M4, and again, this is actually not the style I would like to see from Hellraisers. I would much rather they just do a little bit more teamwork instead of individually peeking like that.
Individually peeking, and that's the thing. The fact that Angel actually does not get picked off. There's one good shot coming in, however, from A-Star. Picks up Doja, and that's the thing. Op versus Scar 20.
Yeah.
If Op's quick enough, it's going to win that duel. So Doja getting picked off, and there's something that we've seen as well, is that Doja's doing a lot of the work for Hellraisers, getting a lot of big frags, and really giving them the opportunity to get back into this game. Him out of the picture now. Wolf, they've taken some damage, but this is still a 4-on-4 situation. They can run it back.
One thing is that Kutrus, we just were shown by Vendetta, who's doing the opsing here, is moving up to the T-spawns. That's obviously hugely important. And that kill for Markelov is going to give them away that they're in the middle. So right now, Hellraisers know everything that's happening. Ritz coming in with a good kill on Adrian, but this is a 2-on-3. And here comes Kutra from behind, mid-air, picks off Ritz, and then next falling is going to be Ace. So there was basically a timer on that round, like a kill switch almost. And as soon as Kucha made it to the T-spawn, that just gives away so much of the game. So nice movement from Hellraisers. That's a really healthy sign.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we need to see them do. Basically push. If it starts to slow down like that, start pushing to get the info, right? And pushing through T-spawn, push through A-apps, push towards V-apps. We have to see that Hellraisers are able to just go out on the map and get the info when they need it. Right now, we're actually going to have a quick play from Underpass, in fact. Or no, it's Markelov actually just still sitting up there. I thought that he jumped down for a second.
Could have. That's definitely not an uncommon strat.
To get that info, it would have paid off as well, seeing as how Mythil now runs through. But it's control of mid. And I do like this from Wolf, however. It does really seem like they've got an idea, at least, of how to really play Mirage. Get control of mid and then try and close in from there. But Kuchar live on the A side. He's going to turn this into a slaughter.
Well, A-Star actually picking up those 2 kills right now, so that's going to make it a 3-on-4. But Markelov is here, and he's going to pick off Ritz, no problem. That's a 2nd kill coming in for Markelov, and that's A-Star going down. No bomb plant happening, and Angel with the auto sniper jumping up on the toll booth, going to take down the last 2 players, and we'll make it a 7th round for Hellraisers. So initially, I think a really good plan, as you said, mid-control, got one guy distracting from the A-ramp, and then you try and push that A-bomb site. So actually, in theory, really well played out. And they got the 2 opening frags, so it was looking good. But they didn't properly smoke off Markolov, and that I think that was really what caused the big issue there.
That came back to bite them for sure. As they were pushing in, then Markolov with the easy alley onto that site. After that, you know, Angel going for the cleanup, but that's more like icing on the cake at that point. It's going to be so tough for Wolf to come back in that situation. And now, once again, Wolf, no plant for them. Despite the fact that they've lost so many rounds in a row, they're still not getting a plant. So they decide to go for a bit of like a half buy here. CZ75s, flashes, and they're just hoping to do some damage. But Doja alive in the B site is wreaking havoc. 3 kills, not going to get the 4th.
No, finally put to rest up against that couch, and it is going to be the auto sniper in play here, just mowing down the remaining members. No big surprise, they were on an eco team Wolf, so really not much they could do, but Doja also, I think, showing again slight signs that he's not really respecting the Wolf team all that much, just pushing up like that, maybe a little bit tricky. Which, I mean, right now it's paying off because Doja is at 19 kills, which is definitely sick. So I guess he has the room to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But they got to be careful. I still think this is a little bit dangerous for Hellraisers to take it to be too lenient at this point.
It's true, but then like you want to see Doja actually just playing kind of Doja, right? Like he is that guy. As soon as he has that confidence, he is that guy we can really expect to see trying to throw his weight around. And again, he's doing it. I mean, he's pushing into B apps, just getting that info for his team right now. He's going to be saying, hey, by the way, guys, I'm not seeing anybody up on this side of the map. He's even going to bait it to make it look like he's still on that site with that smoke behind him. I mean, this is just really nicely done here by Hellraisers. This is so much information, and we can see they have one guy rotating over now, Markolov rotating in through CT spawn. They're going to put 4 guys holding solid on this A site, and Kucher already closing the distance, gets 2.
Yeah, has to pull out the Deagle here to get the last one. He's not going to get it. Will be Rix to pick up 2 kills, but they will fall eventually. And a little bit of a shame for Team Wolf here, because what they were actually aiming for is the really standard A execute that we've seen so often. Is that a terrorist auto sniper that he's picked up? I think it is. All right. Well, the standard A push is a really good idea. I love it, but it isn't enough. And now we have, as you're pointing out, 2 orbs and 1 auto. Actually, they're going to get rid of the auto sniper. Angel just stole it just for the sake of it.
Is that a misbuy? I think they have the money to be throwing. I mean, I don't think they're too worried about it. There is an off, however, A-Star will re-peek and catch Markolov, who's trying to get into underpass there. And
I would say more signs from Markolov and Hellraisers here that they're really just, they're playing slightly casually at this point. Just that they're relying heavily on the idea that they can probably in a one-on-one battle win against the Wolf players and just taking it from there. Because I don't think normally you would see Markolov peeking like that. Put it this way.
Just taking the re-peek so aggressively and not sure. Doja alive on the B site, however. He's going to get 1, and he gets 2. He's still alive, and that's a real problem there. Rix is now going to get caught in the B apartments. And so far, Hellraisers have just bounced back in this game perfectly. 10 rounds on the board. If they finish this 11-4, that's very good work from Hellraisers. Wolf desperately need to pick up this last round, but they just don't have the money for a full buy here. It's going to be rifles, but 3 Galils, limited nades.
So on a mental level, it's already surprising. I would have been very disappointed if Hellraisers couldn't recover from the 2 really bad rounds that they had in this game, where they lost because of no kit, which is really frustrating, the pistol round and the 4th round, or the 3rd round. But it's still good to see. I mean, we have to sort of think about Hellraisers taking a 16-1 defeat. So it's good news that they managed to do that in this round. It's a 3-on-4 right here. Markolov pushing up. Kucher going to get the kill on Ace, and he's going to get saved right there, Kucher. It's going to be just Ritz left. He goes down, and we have an 11-4 half on our hands. Hellraisers defending really well for the last what, 11 rounds?
11
this
rounds.
Game.
Yeah, that was just a perfect turnaround from Hellraisers. Landing all the shots. Markolov even wired so tight that he's shooting at teammates at the end there. He's just like, I'm shooting everything that moves. It's got 2 legs. It's moving. I'm shooting it.
That's. I mean, in a way, that's good, but not if you do it like he did in the pistol round. Who was it that got the kill? I think that might have been. Was it
Kucher who got the team kill?
I think it was.
It's
taking down Angel. Now. Yeah, we can't see. Anyway, that is the first half, of course, and Team Wolf, they obviously were struggling after those 4 rounds, but I think they've shown us that they have a decent grasp of what's going on here. They're definitely not just walking aimlessly around the maps. It's just that they happen to be playing Hellraisers, which is a team that pretty much functions on the idea that every single member of this team is basically a superstar in terms of aiming and playing the game.
Essentially.
So that's kind of tough to play against sometimes.
Well, that's what's really scary is that, you know, it's like when players like Doja start waking up, like Doja is the point man for Hellraisers. He's the guy you want to be seeing just doing so much work like he's done here in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, aggressive peaks, sure, and you could kind of criticize that. You were just like, okay, you know, with that scout, right? You know, second round goes for the scout, and he just peaks and peaks and peaks and peaks. But he's basically forcing himself to get into that situation where I am going to get these frags. It's going to happen. And then the round that follows, I mean, he just kind of goes out of control. So Hellraisers, they are going to switch over to the T side. The thing is that if Doja's feeling it right now, if he's got the confidence going into the T side, I'm not really sure if anybody on Wolf is going to be able to put a stop to him. We have to just see if Wolf can keep the streak strong with the pistols.
That would be a terrific start. Of course it would. It probably would secure them an 11-7 scoreline before anything else happens. So that pistol round, I think you're right, is what we need to be looking for. If you're just joining us, then a big welcome here. This is the ESL 1 2014 Colonge tournament. $250,000 in the prize pool, $100,000 first place, and we have every single team that is the best in the world in their region coming into this one. It's going to be absolutely sick. Oh, and a global feel to the tournament as well, bringing in an Indian team as well is absolutely great. And
an Australian team.
An Australian team, you're right. Can't forget about Vox
And
Seminole either.
2 U.S. teams.
Yeah.
The Freedom Bird will fly. That's going to be later on today as we cover all the groups. But so far, let's get into this second pistol round now. And we have to see if Hellraisers are going to be able to get the drop literally on Wolf. They're all going to be coming out of apartments. And Myth, they spot it. 3 guys out, and they're getting overrun. It's Wolf Ace trying to stand his ground in CT slope, and he just gets caught out in the open.
Really unfortunate here for the counter-terrorist side, because actually the setup they had was a good idea, but what Hellraisers did was almost a direct counter to the setup they had, and Adrian wanted to knife then. It will be Doja picking up a triple kill. So basically what happened this round for the Wolf team is that they had this stack going on looking towards the A ramp, and if someone had been walking in there, he would have been basically in the line of a firing squad of 2 people, but they didn't come from A ramp, they came from apartments, and that meant they were essentially in the wrong position, which is, that really caught them.
Well, that's not a common strat either that we see, really. You know,
No,
you expect
it's
to
not.
see 2 guys up in apartments, and they'll come running out. Maybe 1 guy like Adrian. You know, that's the thing as well. Hellraisers, they really favor the apartment play, as Angel right now is heading over there with Adrian. Angel with the MAC-10. Is he going to manage to do this? He's at 75. Oh, and he can't manage it. Mythil will get caught, and this is going to be 2 very quick kills, in fact, for Hellraisers to start this second round.
Markolov trying his luck with a deagle in the middle, and I think the bias as well from Hellraisers this round is an indication again that they are just feeling their way forward here. 2 AKs, and then, you know, as you said, MAC-10, MB7, and deagle. Not really the standard second round buy coming out here from Hellraisers, put it like that.
Yeah, I mean, just to, you know, in case you're wondering why they would go for these SMGs. I mean, it's like $600 in the bank if you get a kill with it, right? So that's the whole point. That's what they're thinking. Like, I'm gonna farm up a whole bunch of frags. But if you don't farm up frags, which is what we're seeing here, I mean, Adrian gets nothing with the MP7. Angel gets 1 kill with the MAC-10, so that's good for him. But you know, it's still like, why not just go straight for the rifles in that sort of case? That's kind of the discussion that's happening right now, as far as, you know, what you should be buying in that second round.
Yeah, and I'm hearing more and more teams. I remember talking to Fetish from Dignitas, and I think he said, well, we should be buying more MP7s. If we can sneak some in, we should be trying to do it every once in a while. So, I mean, I don't know if we're going to see that, but definitely an idea. Kucha and Doja picking up here, and Wolf still do not have rifles to fight with, just the pistols here, as Ritz is going to go down and will be end of the round really quickly, and this time the MP7 and the MAC-10 going to pick up a kill as well, so it's starting to slowly pay off, but now they're obviously going to exchange them for AKs anyway, so part of what they saved is going to be spent rebuying anyway, so that's part of the problem as well. It's not an easy calculation to make in that sense. Moving into the 19th round, they will have rifles. No AWP picked up here on the counter-terrorist side.
No AWP to fall back on. But still, rifles, very limited nades. This is going to be extremely tough here for Wolf. It's going to come down to the aim battle, and so far, Hellraisers are kind of just bullying them, throwing their weight around, really just taking the peaks, taking the duels, taking the aggression, and there you go. Kucher, as I say it, overextends and gets punished by A-Star, and A-Star gets the headshot as well on Angel before getting taken out.
Yeah, interesting. And they need the return. There's Rix picking up the bomb as well. And now he's just going to have to stay alive and call for backup here. This is not a bad position coming in here. Angel goes down. And now he's alone, though, in a 1-on-2. They have plenty of time, Hellraisers, to try and sniff him out here at the back of the site. And he's trying to move into a good position. He will be taken down by Doja. Very unfortunate then. Could have been great if he could have turned it into a 1-on-1. But they were creeping up closer. And that is probably the nail in the coffin here. that was the one round, apart from the pistol, that Wolf had a chance to somehow bring it back here. We could very likely be seeing a 16-4 win here for Hellraisers.
Yeah, clean sweep, essentially, after the first 4 rounds here. Wolf, they need to get back on this board, find some way, but it's just, when it comes down to the duels, Hellraisers are coming out ahead, and the aggressive style is paying off. I don't think Markelov connected with that shot. He was just shy, but Ritz will get caught by Kucher out in mid.
He will. And up here it's Rix, ready and waiting. Gonna take some shots against Adrian, but can't quite get the kill. And now he's actually very low on bullets. Gonna go down to Dosha. And we're in a 3-on-5. The bomb is towards that B-bomb site. And still some members from Hellraisers actually creeping up the middle. So they're all over the place right now. And Wolf just don't really have the manpower left to deal with this. Ace is actually gonna catch Markelov jumping up there. But they're still gonna be able to drop him. That's a team ace from